Hello everybody, my name is Caleb Currents. I'm the owner of Charmco Custom Rods. I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. So I was born and raised in Greenbrier County, West Virginia, in the little town of Charmco, hence the name. I'm currently a senior at West Virginia State University. I grew up fishing with my father. Literally since I was in diapers, he used to actually carry me down to the creek, and that's where I first got my love for fishing. I spend most of my time in the outdoors, hunting or fishing, typically fishing. So I've been a guide for the past 3 years for the Greenbrier Resort as a fly fishing guide, and I also guide for New River Trophy Outfitters for the past 4 years. We run a raft about a 15-mile section of the New River. So I've got a lot of experience on the water. Been fishing since I was in diapers and all the way up to this point where I've actually I guide for my money. I've got a lot of experience for the age that I am. So I've got a passion for it. I enjoy it. I always told myself that I would never do anything that I didn't enjoy. So, who doesn't enjoy fishing? Especially me. I absolutely love it. My business idea is mentioned in my name, Charmco Custom Rods. So my business idea is obviously building custom fishing rods for the user. I noticed in all my years of fishing, like I said, I grew up fishing on the creek with my father, creeks and rivers right here in West Virginia, that there was always something about a store-bought rod that I always had a complaint. I might love a rod or really like a rod, but there was never something about that rod that made it perfect. There was always one or two things that I wish I could change. Now, growing up as a kid, I had no power over this. I just got the best rod I could and just kept fishing. But one day I realized, I was like, I cannot be the only one that has this problem. Like, there has to be some way to fix it. So with that being said, the only way to fix it is to build my own rod. That way I can control what components go into it, the weighting, the guides, and everything that goes into that rod I control, and I can build and make the perfect rod by hand. So that's what I decided to do. This is going to be extremely successful in West Virginia. Our local populace, we pride ourselves on being from the mountain state, and outdoors is what we do. Between whitewater rafting, hunting, and fishing, that is our pastime. That's our favorite hobbies. And West Virginia tourism, that's what we push to the public outside of West Virginia. With that being said, West Virginia is a very rural state. Rod options can be very limited at times, depending on your location, where you're at. So being able to ship someone a custom rod that they built not only gives them exactly what they want, but they don't even have to leave their house to do it. All it takes is a phone call. I jot down some ideas, pitch it back to them, see what they think, order the materials, build the rod myself, and I'm able to send that rod straight to their doorstep, and they have a rod that they designed. So I see a lot of opportunity for the future, especially for this company, being that my company is based on outdoor adventure. West Virginia is known for whitewater rafting, great fishing, great hunting. So it's pretty crazy to me that there aren't many, if any, custom rod building companies here locally in the state. That's one thing that really shocked me and a gap in the market that I see. With that being said, the opportunities as far as building rods is unlimited. That's the great part about it. I can build a rod for an individual customer detailed directly to what they want, exactly what they prefer as far as materials, components, whatever the case may be. I'm also currently building rods for the Greenbrier Resort. I'm under contract with them, and I'm making the Greenbrier Resort their own signature fly rod that is only available there at the Greenbrier in Kate's Mountain Adventures. So there I can kind of work with organizations, other companies, and give them, offer them signature rods, being that I'm building them, which adds some value, adds some demand, not only boosts clientele for them, but it also helps me as well. So the opportunity is very large, and I'm extremely, extremely excited about it. So I don't think it's just about benefiting West Virginia. I think it's also about benefiting the people who live here. Growing up in West Virginia, as I'm sure some of you have that are watching this, know that West Virginia is known for coal. That's our main economic resource. But to me, it's a lot more than just coal. And I want other people to realize that as well. In high school, getting ready to head to college, I was always told that I would never make a living hunting and fishing. And that was something that really bothered me, because I know how much I enjoy it. I know how much drive I have for it. But the fact that other people can't see that is bothering. So with that being said, I wanted to prove everyone wrong. I wanted to prove, in fact, you can make a living hunting and fishing in West Virginia. You know, the New River is known for some of the best smallmouth fishing on the East Coast, and it runs right through the heart of West Virginia. So that's just one example, but if I could pass anything off to people to better the state as a whole, it would be, don't settle just for the coal mines. Don't strive just to go to the coal mines. Branch out, make something of your own, and be able to create that economy that you want to see. If you have enough passion for it, you'll be able to create it. If I win the business plan competition, I want to expand my company. So like I mentioned earlier, whenever I was in high school, people always told me that I would never be able to hunt and fish and make a living at it. I would never be able to do that for the rest of my life. And I want people to know, in my small community, that they too can, if they enjoy hunting and fishing, that they can make a living doing that. Whether it's, just temporary interns throughout the summer to build rods whenever I can't, because like I said, I am ultimately a fishing guide by day, and I build rods by night. Typically I get most of my free time in the winter, but as you know, rod orders are going to come in year-round, so I need someone to help pick up the slack. So with that being said, probably hiring temporary help and expanding my business to the best of my abilities. Maybe more working space, a little bit better equipment. As of right now, I have everything it takes to make it, but if I'm able to get a little bit more of a budget, I definitely want to expand and try and give back to the community so that young kids, adults, I can show them that, hey, if I can do it, you can do it. And that is my end goal with everything, is to let everyone know and help educate them that coal is not the only way to make a living in West Virginia, especially with the beautiful natural resources that we're blessed to have.